Hey guys, Mr. Joe here with my brother Mr. Brad from the Balloon Brothers. We're going to show you guys a really awesome sword that we do at birthday parties and things. Always a crowd pleaser. So what we're going to use is, we're going to use a couple 646s, two 350s or 360s, and a 260. This is our ultra mega awesome sword. So we're going to take our top of our sword, which he's going to do a yellow, I'm going to do a green. We're going to blow them up almost all the way. I would say about 3/4 of the way, but we're going to make sure that it's 3/4 of the way from this section of the balloon. If you want to do that, you can also hold your hand up here and blow, and it should inflate from the opposite end. Once you get it, straighten it out, tie it off. Make sure that it's real tight. And then we're going to take our, I usually do gray, but you can do any color you want. And we're going to blow it up maybe about a third to halfway. That's about right. Tie it. Sometimes I'll double knot it because when you blow in it with your air, which I always do blow up with my mouth, it makes it harder to grab nozzles inside of the balloon because of the wetness. So I double knot it to make sure that I have a much better time. So we're going to tulip twist. Doesn't matter how far, just enough to get a full tulip twist out of it. Twist it a bunch of times. Make sure it's in there. You can also opposite push back to make sure that it's in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure it's soft too. And if the worst comes to worst, tie it off at the end so you don't have to worry about it coming undone, because there has been times where I've done it and it's been popped off four or five times, and you don't want that happening. So we're going to make a bubble about 2 hand widths, and then we're going to make 2 pinch twists. Oh. So 2 pinch twists about a hand's width. Pop the rest. I always like to look and see which way my nozzle's wrapping, so that when I go to wrap it, I don't accidentally wrap it the opposite end. Okay, so the reason I came up with this sword the way I did is because when you have a sword, Mr. Brad knows too, when you swing the sword, it always buckles and bends back like this, and it's the worst when kids are fighting with swords and it's coming back like this. So what I started doing was this method to help ensure a lot of stability in this area right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the nozzle, wrap it a couple times, and then we're going to wrap the balloon itself around. You want to do this a few times to make sure that the balloon is tight in there, super tight. That's one of the key factors in the Ultra Mega Sword. Once it's there, make sure everything's straight. Then we're going to grab our 350s. 3/4 like we always do. 2 pinch twists. Doesn't matter what size, but I always recommend 1-inch, 2-inch pinch twists on these things. And then we're going to wrap it on the top section of this. And I always like to keep my pinch twist in the same section as where the split is in the bubble. Sorry if I appear off camera, guys. Little tight quarters in here. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to make sure our pinch twists sit perfectly set on there. Then we're going to take our other 350. Same thing. Exact same thing as we just did before. 2 pinch twists. And we're going to come around this part. I can move this bubble. And we're going to do the same thing very tightly. Come around and make sure that your pin. So now we have 2 loops very tight around this base structure right here.
See if I can pull it off.
Mr. Brad might be able to pull off 2 out of that.
Maybe. Trying. Please don't pop. Please don't pop. There we go.
Pushing it to the limit.
Pushing it to the limit right there.
And then we're going to attach. He doesn't have to because he's got a bubble there now, but I'm going to attach to the pinch twist. Doesn't matter which direction you go, from top to bottom or bottom to top. And then I'm going to come back down and match that bubble. And then I'm going to take this, save it. I got a piece for you right here, Mr. Brad. So what I'm going to do is take this and place it in between that split to give me even more stabilization. You have this there, and then Mr. Brad can have this scrap from over here.
Thank you.
So this is what we have so far. Really good lightsaber design, really good sword design, and we're going to add one more piece to just make it awesome and final. Some kids' hands are too small to grab the 646 or 660, so I add another one just to make it easier for everybody. So all I'm going to do is do 2 pinch twists just like before. And then I'm going to wrap it around just like this, making sure all of my pinch twists line up. And then I'm going to do a tight bubble coming into these pinch twists. And then I'm going to make sure it's wrapped around. And then I'm going to move these pinch twists right here. And then I'm going to not make a loop like this. I'm just going to make another loop, not fully arched up, but tighter, but still open a bit. And then if you want, you can end it back up with one more bubble. You don't have to. Once you do that top bubble, you're done. Break off the rest. Tie it and hide it. Make sure you hide all the uglies. And then after that, one awesome, stable sword that you can easily pull from the 646 that is way better because it just works so awesome. But this is Balloon Brothers Ultra Mega Awesome Super Duper Crazy Sword. Use it, abuse it, woo, don't lose it.